This first-person shooter is a true old-school first-person shooter built on the GZDoom engine, but with a very unique presentation to it and some rather well-thought-out weapons and movement mechanics. It's a game that will take us through lush jungles, colorful discotheques, robotic factories and so much more. It also has hints of Metroidvania in it, where as you progress you unlock new abilities that let you branch out to new areas that you couldn't visit before. It's also a game that in so many ways reminds me of Star Fox. But Star Fox never had a first-person shooter, did it? No, it didn't. This is like Nintendo took their style and made a boomer shooter in the best possible way. Don't believe me? Let's dive into the demo a little bit, shall we? Now, Project Amica unfortunately doesn't have a release date yet, but what it does have is a demo that features 3 levels, 3 weapons, and 6 different enemy types. It's being developed by Doff House, which is a small Swedish indie developer, and I don't think that they have done any games prior to this, but god damn, do they know what they're doing. Now we play the role of Sid, which is an android that is set out to defeat General Genant Kekaha in order to prevent further military conflict. The story goes way deeper than that, but unfortunately there is no story present in the demo whatsoever. It could be maybe hiding in secrets with some lore text or something, I don't know. I didn't see it, and there was no cutscenes or anything like that in the demo, so I'm not gonna touch much on that segment. Let's move to the level design. As I said, this has small hints of Metroidvania in it. Actually, quite big hints of Metroidvania in it. As we progress in the level, we unlock new abilities that will let us branch out to paths that we could see before, but we never could reach them because we were missing, say, a double jump or a rocket launcher so that we could rocket jump. So yeah, it's a Metroidvania first-person shooter. It also has plenty of secrets, very GZDoom style, but something that it really has that not all GZDoom games have is a lot of platforming. And as I said at the start, I played 3 levels of the game because that's what's featured in the demo, and those 3 levels, they took me from jungles to a factory and to a freaking desert. But it also felt good navigating these levels, and the enemy placements, well, they were good, they were well thought out, they offered a good challenge. What I didn't see anything of was jump pads or anything like that. You got your own moveset and weapons, and that's about it. Now the problem with the enemies being well placed is that they can shoot you, but not all enemies can shoot in this game. That means they have to reach you to actually hit you with their melee. But the enemies, they have no ability to jump or cross a gap. So some of the enemy placement were really good because they offered a good challenge. Other times, they were actually stuck where they were and I could just shoot them in peace because they couldn't reach me. Now, you would never be able to survive this game if you didn't have a couple of mechanics up your sleeves. And the first thing that we get out of the box is a melee and a pistol. The melee, it works. It's not super good, but it works. It does the job, and you can break boxes and such with it, so you don't have to waste your ammunition on breaking boxes. Boxes that actually have nothing in them. I don't know why we can even break the boxes, because they're completely empty. But then, after a little while, we get a double jump, more specifically in the second level. And with that double jump, we can reach new places that we never before could reach. And you can clearly see at the bottom of the screen here, there is room for more mechanics to unlock as we progress in the game. What mechanics those are, I have no idea. But the double jump and the movement in general, when I got to the 3rd level, it started feeling great. But before I reached the 3rd level, it felt super weird. You have this some form of weird boost when you jump, and when you land you get a little small boost. I don't really know how that mechanic works, even after the 3rd level. But when it worked, it felt pretty good. It felt pretty nice getting a little small boost. But generally, it feels like you have sticky feet. Every step that you take or every jump that you make, it feels like when you land, you got a 10 milliseconds of sticky feet where you just stop for 10 milliseconds and then you can move again. I don't know if that is intentional, but it actually felt nice after 2 levels. The levels, they're kinda hefty, like maybe 10 to 15 minutes each. So I did have some time to get used to that movement mechanic. Now, other than that, in the demo, we got 3 weapons. As I said, a pistol, and then we got a shotgun, and then we got a rocket launcher. Talk about boomer shooter demo, huh? And with the rocket, we can actually rocket jump. But the more exciting thing is that all 3 of these weapons, every weapon in the game, has an alternative fire. These alternative fires, they are crazy banana shit cool. The pistol fires away 3 small droid grenades that seeks out a target and kills it. The shotgun, you charge it and then you shoot out a ball that just spins around and fires everything that is around it. The rocket launcher, I actually don't know because I didn't realize that it had an alternative fire when I was recording. And these weapons are of course extremely different from one another, really being better at certain scenarios than the other one. The rocket launcher, as an example, can be utilized both for movement and unlocking secrets, breaking walls and so on and so forth, while the pistol is good at range, the shotgun is good at close-up. You know the drill by now. But they are well made. I would have liked to seen a little more visual feedback on the pistol, but other than that, the shotgun was super, the rocket launcher was excelente, and the audio overall on the weapons were really good. And presentation-wise, well, this is an incredibly Mega Man Nintendo-like game with great audio, excellent low-poly Star Fox-style sprites. No, I think they're actually 3D models. It just nails it. It nails the color palette that it's trying to go for. It nails that vibe of old-school Nintendo, both with the audio, the DNB music, and the visuals. It's a very unique and super cool experience that I highly recommend. So my conclusion is that you go and play this demo right freaking now if you like boomer shooters. If not, you are definitely missing out on a true hidden gem here. And most of all, remember that Papa Slim loves you, and I will see you in the next one. Over and out.